Over the last year, there has been a surge in age verification on various platforms in order to adhere to things like the Online Safety Act. And this next one, it's a biggie and it's going global. If, like me, you own a PlayStation, chances are you probably had an email from Sony saying that later on in the year they're going to be implementing age verification in order to access certain features. First of all, do not panic. This doesn't include things like games, access to the store, or trophies or anything like that. You will still be able to play your games. Instead, you'll need to provide your Shiny ID in order to use things such as private messages and voice chat. This is so that Sony can provide safe, age-appropriate experiences for players and families while respecting their privacy and giving people meaningful control over their gaming experiences. Yeah, okay, pal. To be fair, I don't really blame Sony for this, because if they don't adhere to these laws, then the financial implications are pretty big. For instance, failure to comply with the Online Safety Act here in the UK could result in fines of up to £18 million or 10% of global annual turnover. Ouch. Thing is, I wouldn't mind so much if they genuinely wanted to look after kids, but, well, they don't, do they? They just want easy access to your data so they can sell it. The government doesn't give two shits about the kids. But the thing I don't understand, and this is from Sony's point of view, is that you need ID to access private messages and voice chat, but not to purchase games where certain titles have age restrictions on them. Surely something as regulated as age-restricted content would be included with this, but hey, I'm not going to question it as long as I can buy my scary games without it being a fucking ball ache. But what is this going to mean for those who don't want to hand over their ID? I can only speak for myself, and I know a lot of people would disagree with me, but as far as I'm concerned, I couldn't really give a shit. I can't remember the last time I used the voice chat feature on the PlayStation directly. I just use my phone and jump in a group call generally. And to be perfectly honest, am I going to lose any sleep about not being able to message people on PlayStation when I can just do it over Facebook or whatever? Probably not. Besides, the only messages I tend to get on PlayStation are either these scam group chats or some silly son of a bitch who couldn't handle the fact that they were even more shit at the game than I was. That takes some doing, I will admit, but I'm still not reading your hollow threats to bang every single member of my family. I'm just not. So all you're doing, Sony, is threatening me with a good time. Oh, fucking hell. Should we try that again? So all you're doing, Sony, is you're just threatening me with a good time, really. But I can totally understand that those who do use these features and are not keen about handing over their ID or their metric, egometric, ergonomic metric, isometric, their information, basically. This is just going to be another massive pain in the arse to deal with, considering the fact that the reason stated for collecting this information, it's not what they're really saying. You see, I like the way that Apple did the age verification. They basically just sent me a message saying, yeah, we've checked your account and it's old enough to know that we don't need to verify your age. Thanks for that. So yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts on this. Are you happy to let them have your information? Or like me, are you going to be avoiding this like the plague? Anyway, I've been John. Thanks for stooping to my level.